Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit shifted more into crypto itself and something that I've been learning that I think could apply to real life as far as my crypto journey goes. And I'm a month in now, a little bit over a month since I started just diving headfirst deep into crypto trading. Um, I've probably spent over 200, not 200, but around there. I think actually around 200 or more hours just sitting here with these two screens in front of me, watching crypto coins go up and down all day long, sometimes at night. And one thing that I've noticed, one thing that I've learned, um, 2000, no, 3000 and something dollars lost later, and just, thousands of over 1.2 different, over 1.2 thousand different trades done. What I've learned so far is that crypto trading isn't necessarily hard. The only difficult part about it is holding yourself accountable and being like disciplined enough to only wait for specifically your types of setups that work almost every time. Now, the reason it can be difficult is because crypto is built all around attention and hype. So you can kind of correlate this sometimes in life, just like making decisions, being focused on one goal, but then like everybody wants to do something, or there's a holiday, or everybody wants to go to a party. It's kind of how crypto is. So you have one goal, which is to stack your money, and you can stack it by getting into coins that you have conviction in, that they're gonna go. However, the main challenge is that you just have all these other coins that get so much attention as well, that aren't exactly what what you should get into, but you do it anyways just in case it benefits you, right? Um, and I think that's what gets most people in this crypto scene is those losses, is when you throw money into these coins that don't meet the criteria that is necessary to guarantee you what you're looking for. Um, I've learned this not by like just hearing it. People have said it, people say it, people mention it, but the way that I've learned it is by experience. It's just experience because I've seen it work and I've seen it not work. I've seen myself when I do hold myself accountable to that, and how consistent the profits start to stack. But I've also seen myself when I start getting like sloppy with it and I don't listen to the rules. So I start degrading, the types of trades I get into and end up losing that consistency. Um, and I think that's a very key finding, especially along this journey where I want to like just really amplify my skills and knowledge in the craft. Um, Now this is something that I think is is so interesting because it can go with anything. And the closest thing to this is the stock market. The stock market, all the actual profitable traders always say the same thing. They're like, you gotta pick a setup and make sure you only trade that setup when it favors you. That's it. And if it doesn't favor you and you don't see your setup, you don't trade. And it's like everybody knows that, but it's hard to do it because there's so much hype. There's always energy and there's always sound and loudness, and just, people saying this and your mind's telling you that. It's super easy to fall into these things, right? Um, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting thing. And I used to trade options and futures. Since like 2 years ago I've been doing it. I don't do it nearly as much as I used to, but I did it for a long time, very, like, a lot. I did it a lot. And I remember that I would have these streaks where I would just make serious amounts of cash, just trading one setup over and over and over and over and over. But then when the setup would stop appearing, I would start looking for it because then I'm already used to making the money. I'd start looking for it. Once I started looking for it, I would start losing money. because I'm not letting it come to me. You feel me? And that's it's just interesting to know, like, if you can really master the ideology and like just kind of like the principle of that in the crypto, you can master it in the stock market and vice versa. Same thing with, I would say, virtually anything in life, like, studying, career path choosing, just anything. Like, is if you just remember to only do what works for you when it works for you, and stay away from the things that might not work for you, that that are just gonna waste your time or have put like a higher potential to like take you lower. I mean, you basically just limit the amount of losses you get. You feel me? You limit the downside and just amplify the upside. Like, this is common sense. It's just hard to follow through with, once again, because our minds just get so distracted with it. It's just hard. It could just be difficult. Now, as you guys know, I stopped. I'm like 7 or 8 days now sober from nicotine and any other vices that I had. So I've been training myself in my discipline. It's what I've been working on the most recently, actually. And why? Mainly because this is how serious I'm about this. Like, I really want to make this work, right? Um, and one thing that I do have to admit is I like to smoke marijuana every so often. It's not like I smoke when I wake up right away. I like to smoke marijuana every so often. I could go weeks without it. Like, I don't crave it. You feel me? But I like to smoke it when I have the time to do so. Um, and although, like, you know, on average I probably smoke once or twice a week, I think I'm gonna have to give it up. And it's not necessarily because I feel like, oh man, like it's slowing me down, or it's simply the fact that there's a part of me inside that says, you know what, I already cut everything else off. I'm trying to discipline Max. I understand the method. Like, I understand what I'm supposed to do. And I know what I have to do to get there. I don't have to sacrifice things to get what I want. I'm gonna have to make the change. Like, I'm gonna have to make it happen. And I'm gonna have to cut off things. Like, I'm gonna just have to make it happen. And like I said in my other videos, sometimes you just gotta really sit there, look around in your life, see what's happening, get that feeling in your stomach. Does this work for me? Does this not? And put it into action. Um, but yeah, it's just it's just it's just been a very interesting, very open and blissful learning experience. Like, I feel blessed to have taken in all this like knowledge and wisdom so far. And I know I still have a lot to get through and a lot to learn, but so far it's been great. And I'm really thankful for it. I'm like super thankful for it. Like, I'm so glad I'm doing this. And I'm a third of the way through it, and it actually kind of makes me upset. And the reason why is because it just feels like it's going by fast. That's the truth. Like, it feels like it's going by fast. Um, I had a goal. I have a goal by the end of these 90 days, which I'm not going to disclose, right? But I have my goal. And knowing that I already went through 90 days doesn't necessarily, listen, it doesn't feel like it's going fast because the fact that I'm not close to my goal as I want to be, because I still have 2 months left. So I know anything can happen, right? I just feel like it's going too fast because part of me kind of feels like, dang, like, 30 days passed so fast, and it felt like such a, like, so, like a breeze. I went through so much stuff. I've cried. I've gone through some serious challenges. I've fought. Like, it's been a tough month, right? But for some reason, it makes me upset that I feel like there could have been more. Like I could have done more. Like, I don't know. Like, it just could have been longer. I could have enjoyed it longer. Just enjoyed that hustle and bustle a little bit more. And I know I got 2 months left, and I know anything can happen. But it's like, it just goes to show, like, as a human being, you have so much potential and power inside of you. You can really conquer, do what you want to do, and set your mind to something and just do it. You feel me? And like this is probably as disciplined as I've ever gotten, and as like locked in as I've ever been on one thing. And it just feels different. It really feels different. I think right after these 90 days, I'm just gonna hop in on another one. I honestly think I might do that. I think having a goal specifically with these 90 days has just helped me like get shit done and move and live in a different type of lifestyle and pace for myself that is just so beneficial. You feel me? With that being said, I'm gonna end the video here. I was just, giving you guys a recap, some stuff that I've learned so far. And yeah, if you guys ever need advice or want to talk, I do one-on-ones. I help with business coaching. Just let me know. My Instagram is emmanuel.lvx at gmail. I mean, well, my email is mannydjboss@gmail.com, but my Instagram is emmanuel.lvx. That's Emmanuel with two M's. .lvx. There's more details about me in the description. Hope you guys have a good one. If you like these videos, make sure to subscribe. See you guys.